This is why I deadass don't do group trips.
Anybody knows this person, do not travel with her.
Why? I don't
Do
know.
not travel with her.
You think I'm gonna fly you out and not get no pussy? Are you crazy?
You ain't put in for nothing. You didn't pay for no Ubers. I didn't even plan this trip.
Friend left me in Vegas for a pimp.
What's up everyone, it's your girl Sandy. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video we're diving into the darker side of travel trips. We've all seen those amazing Instagram moments where the dream getaways just look amazing, but sometimes those dream getaways can turn into nightmares, especially when friendships start cracking under the pressure. Today I'm sharing moments where trips ended friendships and turned the whole relationship left. And actually the first story you're going to hear is a story where collectively the friends ended up going home after the trip and responding to each other because this video started going viral. So they just ended up responding and saying their side of each story of how everything started, right? So I want you guys to sit around and stick around for that part so that you guys can see the whole picture, right? So without further ado, I want y'all to get comfortable, get your snack, get whatever you need to get comfortable, because this one is going to be one for the books. These stories are literally wild. I can't even imagine it. So anyway, let's get right into it.
This is why I deadass don't do group trips. I don't do girls trips. Every time I travel, I always travel with one person. That's my best friend. Because why I just came back from Cabo and one of the girls did not bring no bread to the trip. So story time on why the fuck I will never do a girls trip again. So mind you, before I even booked the trip, my intuition told me not to go on the trip. Like I was the last person to book. I spoke to my mom. She told me to follow my gut. She told me not to book. But it was one of my homegirls' birthday and I never ever celebrated her birthday with her. So I was just like, I like traveling. Fuck it, I'll pop out to the trip. The reason I wanted to go wasn't because of her though. It was because of the people she was inviting to the trip. So I was just like, if I'm gonna go, I'm not gonna go if she invites just her friends. I'm gonna invite somebody myself. And I did. I invited my man. My man, that's not my man, but he is my man, but that's a whole nother story for next time. And before y'all even say anything, I asked her first before we made the trip to go together because she knows him and we normally hang out together, so she was okay with it. Plus, it's also good to have a male figure around that you can trust because girls like to drink. And he looked out for us the whole trip. So fast forward to Thursday. Before we went on the trip, we left Friday morning at 5 a.m. We all went to my friend's birthday dinner. We gonna call her Keisha. Keisha had her birthday dinner the night before. She invited two other girls and one of the girls was going on the trip with us. We gonna call the other girl Imani. We all ordering, having a good time. But like Imani vibe from like the very jump is throwing me the fuck off. Like she gives like pick me, yes man, I'm a fan type of vibe. You know, one of those girls that you can peep just follows you around because she just wants to be like accepted so bad. Yeah, she was one of those girls. But I'm like, not my friend, not my problem. So she can do whatever the hell she want to do. But one thing about it, I can read a person and I'm never wrong. Every person she brought around me, I told them exactly who they were. And before they even showed them who the fuck they was, I was right. But we ordering, we tasting food. I'm vibing with the girl that sitting next to me. She didn't go on the trip. But when the bill came, the bill was like $798 or something like that. That's valid for 4 people. Especially since we went to a nice restaurant. Mind you, if you do the math, it was only $181 per person. My bad, this was the receipt. It was $724. So I put it on my card because like, I didn't really care. Everybody sent me their bread automatically. The other 2 girls sent me their bread. All of a sudden, her Cash App is not working. Her Zelle is not working. Her Venmo is not working. Her PayPal is not working. Her Apple Pay is not working. Talking about, oh, it must be the service. How come everybody's service was great when they sent me my bread? Now it's your turn. Your service is bad. Come to find out, this girl shorted me $46. And I was definitely pissed about it because, girl, I don't even know you for you to be owing me bread. She was like, oh, did you pay yet or can I tap? Girl, obviously you saw me put my card down for the whole bill. That's why everybody sent me the bread. I told her I paid. She showed me she only had $135 in her bank account. Why do you only have $135 in your bank account? We leave tomorrow. So I'm like, maybe she gets paid tomorrow because it was Thursday and we left on a Friday. So she sent me the bread and I got the bread of $135 and she was just like, I owe you $46. So I'm like, okay, thinking she's going to pay me tomorrow because it's Friday. Y'all, I never got that bread. And once I peeped, that's all the money she had in her bank account. Oh, I was tight. Because she texted me silently, so nobody knew she shorted me the bread. I didn't even tell the birthday girl until like 2 days into the trip. because I didn't want to embarrass her, feel me? So we booked 2 different packages. So they booked their own package and I booked my own package with my man. So our flights was 2 different flights, but we were like an hour away from each other. On the flight, I told this boy and I was just like, I promise you, she did not come to the trip with no bread. She shorted me $46. She only had $135 in her bank account. I don't know how much she gets paid tomorrow, but she's not giving me that bread back and I'm already tight. Mind you, she's older than me and my homegirl Keisha. But I was like, I'm not gonna let this ruin the trip. It's just $46. I'll swallow it. I'll ask her for the bread after the trip is done. We all land. We all Gucci. Everything is good. Good vibes. Like, I'm letting go of the bread. It's fine. But I already know, like, I don't like her personality and I don't like her aurora. Like, it's something about her is just, like, throwing me off. So now, we're out there for my homegirl birthday. I expect her to get wasted, drunk. I'm out there to take care of her. Bro, I was a mom. I packed everything you could think of. Vitamin C, Advil, Alka-Seltzer. I had Zyrtec. I had everything you can think of you would need for a hangover, for stomach problems, for everything. Gas X, I had it. And it came in handy because on the first day, we was wheeling my homegirl out in a wheelchair at 7 p.m. because she got wasted. I was the only person that wasn't really drunk, me and my man, because like I like to pay attention to things, and I'm happy I am like that because I had to pull my homegirl out the pool and be like, baby, let's go. We're going back to the hotel room because you're done. She was turning up, but she was turning up a little too much and people was recording, and you're not going to embarrass my friend. No. However, both of them fried their phones. Keisha and Imani, they both fried their phones in the pool. You know why Imani also fried her phone in the pool? Because she also got wasted. But she was being like, she was just following every single thing Keisha did. If Keisha took 10 shots, Imani took 10 shots. If Keisha was dancing on a boy, she found the boyfriend to dance on. For some reason, if Keisha dropped her phone in the pool, Imani just threw her phone in the pool. This is what I mean, like she was a yes man. She was a pick me. So we get to the hotel room and I'm trying to ask the girl that she's rooming with what's their room number. She's too drunk to remember. And my homegirl, she was blacked out drunk. Like she was done for. Like she was on the bed. She was fried. And I'm like trying to take care of her. Like I'm like, you know, making sure I take off her makeup because the pool like fried her makeup. I'm taking off like her bikini top, I change her into one of my man's shirts. We're like making sure she doesn't throw up. I'm giving her vitamin C. I'm giving her Alka-Seltzer water. And then when she did start throwing up, like we took her to the bathroom and my man took care of her the whole time. I even literally sat her up and blew dry her wig because her hair was soaked from the pool and it was so cold in our room. I didn't want her to get sick the next day and it threw us off the trip. So like I'm holding her and I'm blow drying her hair and everything. And her homegirl is just being mad loud. Imani's just being mad loud. Like she's screaming. She's like doing too much. She's like complaining about her phone being fried. I'm like, girl, my friend is drunk right now. Like we'll deal with you later. You're good. I need to worry about her. And all she's talking about is, I need to text my man. I need to text my man. Y'all, she was talking about texting her man the whole time. How come your man didn't send you no bread for the trip? And here's T. She slept with somebody on the trip and had them give her $100. Girl, you sold yourself for $100? You slept with somebody for $100? Because that's what it's giving. Because how did the money even come to play? How did he even send you $100? Like, how did he know you were broke? So now I'm getting overwhelmed because my homegirl is like throwing up all over the room. Like, I'm trying to take care of her and this girl's just doing too much. So I'm like, all right, take me to you guys' room and we're gonna walk to the room together and we're gonna like grab some of her stuff so like I can tie her wig down and stuff like that. So she's just gonna sleep in our room and then when she wake up she's Gucci because you seem well enough to just go to your room by yourself. You're not throwing up, you're good. So we walk to her room. This girl don't even know where her room is. So now I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, bro, like this is mad irresponsible. Like what if me and my man decide to just leave the pool while you guys were having fun? How are y'all getting back to y'all room? Because this girl couldn't even walk. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna call front desk and I'm gonna give them her first and last name because I know it. She didn't even know how to spell my homegirl first and last name. I was like, I'm gonna give her the first and last name and I'm just gonna figure out what the room number is. And I did. While I'm on the phone, I hang up the phone and I turn around and this girl is in the bathroom. Mind you know, my man is in the bathroom holding my homegirl's hair back while she's throwing up. This girl is in the bathroom with her bikini bottom off. Like coochie out, butt out, everything in front of my man talking about like, oh, I gotta pee. Girl, I don't care how drunk you are. If you're sober enough to walk around and you know you need to call your man, you know you need your Fendi shades, you know this, that, third, you're well aware you need a charger, then you're well aware that you should not be pulling down your underwear in front of my man. Like what? So now I'm livid. Like I already don't like you. Now I really don't like you. So I walk in the bathroom. I told my man, like, let's get, you know, her out the bathroom. Like I'm trying not to show how heated I was. And I was like, let her go pee. Once she finished using the bathroom, we went back in the bathroom and I helped my homegirl go back on the toilet so she continued like throwing it all up. And I start crying because I'm so pissed. And this girl had left to go, you know, go back to her room or whatever the hell she was trying to do. I think she went to go get a charger. Not to mention, she took my charger with her, and I was the only person with an iPhone 15. Everybody else had the regular cord. I was the only one with a UBC cord. And I was the only one with all the information on my phone for my trip. And she took our key card, which would have been an extra $60 if it was lost. And she did lose our key card. So around 2 in the morning, my friend sober up. And we walked to her room because I wrote down their room number. And I'm like, oh, where's the key card? Where's my charger? She's like, oh, I didn't take it. Girl, yes, the fuck you did. And the reason why I know is because I'm mad prepared for, like, too prepared every time I go on vacation, especially if I'm going out the country. I unpack everything in the drawers. I take out the chargers. I plug one in one side of the bed and I plug the other in the other side of the bed. Before I even step outside, I unpack. So that's how I know you did take my charger, because you were sitting right on the bedside where my charger was at. And I left my room with a charger there, and you left my room with my charger gone. So who took my charger? She's like, oh, I didn't take it. I didn't take your key card. Girl, yeah, I know what I put. I know where I put my stuff. I'm the only one sober. You think I'm gonna listen to a drunk person talking about you didn't take my stuff? So now I'm getting heated as hell because my phone is on 5%. And I told her that. Y'all, she's talking about, oh, can I please use your phone? I just want to text my man to tell him I'm okay. Like, please, please, please. Girl, I'm on 5%. I need my phone so I can book my cab back home to the airport when we're leaving by tomorrow, and I don't have a charger, and none of y'all have the same charger I need for my phone, and you're worried about texting your man to make sure that you're okay. But this is getting long, so part 2 on why the fuck I would never go on another girls trip. If y'all haven't seen part 1, y'all gotta tap in because there's a lot going on. So what happened after this girl lost my key card and my charger? I had to go pay for a new one. And I had to beg people for another charger. Like, I was walking around the resort at 2 a.m. begging anybody if they had a USB-C, if they had a USB-C. And I finally found 2 guys that would give me one. Like, I literally posted shout out to the guys who gave me a charger. Because if it wasn't for them, I would have been fucked. Everything was closed. Like, there was no way I was going to get a charger. And I needed my phone by 7 a.m. that morning. So now fast forward to day 2. Yeah, all of that happened day 1. This is day 2 of what the fuck happened in Cabo. So I decided to be a good friend. I went to their room door to knock on the door to wake them up to make sure they still, they got breakfast or whatever the case may be. And we ended up finding them literally right before they was about to walk down some stairs. And I told them, like, y'all gotta go book a reservation time for, like, all the excursions you booked. Like, even though you paid for it, you guys still have to go reserve a time for it. So we walked down together, and she wanted to go to this party boat that I booked for her, like, me and my man to go on, and the other girl, she booked her ticket by herself. But I was so drained for fucking taking care of her the day before. I was just like, bro, I'm not going on this party boat. Like, I'll swallow the $200. I really don't care. I don't want to go on this party boat. Plus, you guys both don't have a fucking phone, and you want to leave the resort with no phone. Your other girl only got $9 to her name. And, like, who's gonna take care of y'all? Because I'm not doing it today, and my man is not doing it today. Like, we're tired. So she's like, nah, like, I want to go. Like, it's my birthday. Like, I'm not trying to sit around here and do nothing. Da-da-da. And I'm letting her know, I'm like, you understand that I'm not coming with you. And it'll be really irresponsible for you to go off the resort with no phone and your homegirl only got $9, right? She's like, she don't care. She'll figure it out. She'll find her way back. So I'm like, you know what? This is my friend. Like, I don't like arguing. I'm like, you know what? This is your life. If you want to do it, go ahead. But my big thing is, like, how the fuck are you going to get back? If I book your Uber there, how are you going to get back? So I'm like, girl, do you even know the address to the resort? She said no. I'm like, I love my friend, but sometimes she be tweaking. Sometimes you can't really, like, argue with people. You just gotta go let them be. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll get you an Uber. Go ahead. It's your birthday. Go off, sis. Figure it out. And I just went and I just did what the hell I wanted to do. Like, I just went. I found my own group of people. I met this pretty girl right here. Like, this is all, like, a group of people that I met. And these people are so amazing. So, like, while they left, I didn't even know what time they got back. I don't know if they got back. But, like, I know my friend, she went to, like, somebody in Mexico to go get her phone at least turned on. She paid, like, $100 for it. And she ended up getting her phone turned on. I said, babes, do not fry me. Because, like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? Wait in my room until you came back from God knows where to hang out with you? There's one thing about it, like, I'm that friend that I can't fake shit, bro. Like, if I'm unhappy about something, I'm gonna let you know. If I don't like somebody, oh, I'm gonna let you know. If you piss me off, oh, I'm going to let you know. Like, if you think I'm gonna sit here and be miserable, oh, you're fucking fried. We don't have to talk the whole fucking trip. I'm gonna have a grand time. I'm a great person. People love me. I'm gonna make new friends. And I'm not saying this because I had nothing against my homegirl at all. Like, I love her for infinity into infinity. We both have 2 different personalities. Like, she's the wild card and I'm the mom, but it just tends to work. And we're the type of people that, like, yes, we have, like, disagreements, but we always seem to talk it out and work it out. And that's exactly what we did. So that night, after she texted me, I sent her a long paragraph because I was fucking tight, bro. I was like, me and Sean wasted the whole night making sure you don't choke on your own vomit. I guess your birthday, bro, but since you've been here, you've been third wheeling the shit out of me. I've been making sure you've been good from the jump, and I'm not saying that shit like you owe me shit because I'm just a genuine friend. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm not the type of friend that's going to fake it with you. If I feel away, I'm going to tell you and stand on that, gang. Like, you was fucking blacked out drunk, and I was crying because I was fucking overwhelmed with all the shit you had going on yesterday. And yeah, I'm going to expose this bitch fucking her little stripper name. Nutella fucking pulled her panties down in front of my man. I ran on 2 hours of sleep and no food, no nothing. You was so busy worried about a boat, you didn't even book your excursions for the time tomorrow. Never in my life had I had so much problem in a fucking girl shit, bro. And she shorted me $46. Like, I didn't use your government. What you gonna do, fight me about it? I don't like you. I said it before, I'll say it again. I said it all trip. I don't like you. So the next day, my friend texted me. She was just like, you know what, girl? Me and you gonna talk about it in person because, like, the problem is clearly not between us. It's definitely a miscommunication between us. The only problem I have with is her fucking bum ass friend. The girl she brought here with no money. The one who's a fucking pick me, a follower. The one who fucking pulled her panties down in front of my man. She's my problem. So the next day we had ATV riding. We went there. We got there together, whatever the case may be. And my friend pulled me aside. She spoke to me about it. And she was just like, you know what? Her frustration is not with me. She's just very frustrated because the girl came with no money. And she's been breaking bread on the girl since she got here. And it's her birthday trip. And, like, there's a lot of stuff that she wants to do with me and my boyfriend. Because, like, me and my boyfriend and her is, like, really good friends. But she doesn't want to tag her along and then spend the bread on her, too. But I was like, girl, you better than me because I would have had her ass bedbound. Go on fucking timeout in the fucking hotel room and think about what the fuck you did. Fuck you coming out to Mexico with no fucking bread. But I guess she was just so concerned about, like, you know, her friend, like, being upset with her. And I guess I understand that because, like, at the end of you sleeping in a room with her, this, that, third. But as we're talking, her friend comes up to me. She was like, girl, what's the problem you have with me? The reason why she came up to me so hostile is because me and my friend was talking about the situation with her, like, texting. And the girl, I guess, went through my friend's phone while my friend was in the shower because she asked my friend if she can, you know, text her man on her phone. She read all of our messages of me talking shit about her. Girl, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you that shit to your face. And I did. I said, you're mad immature. You came out here with no money. You pull your panties down in front of my man. You're a pick-me. You're sloppy drunk. You have no mind of your own. And you're fucking 24. Fuck is you talking about? Like, that's why I'm tight. That's my problem with you. You lost my key card. You lost my charger. Do I need to continue? And she still wasn't fucking getting it. Now it's time for us to go. And she would just say, oh, we'll talk about it when we, like, come back. I'm like, girl, I don't got nothing to say to you. Then she said some slick shit and my man heard. And she would just say, you know what, Khalid, don't leave it alone. Because, like, I was doing good, but she was fucking frying me. You think I'm gonna fucking argue with a bum? Go get your money up. Leave me alone. Because I came with $2,000 in cash and 5 bands in my bank account. You think I care? I never cared. I can extend my trip if I want to for another 2 days. Okay? Go worry about how the fuck you're getting back home after the trip. Who's picking up from the airport? So we're doing our ATV riding, whatever the case may be. We had a great time. Now it's time for us to, like, head back to the hotel. And it's like, I'm trying not to avoid my homegirl, but it's not because I'm avoiding her. It's because I don't want nothing to do with her clown ass friend, bro. Because I know, like, she's just gonna piss me off. Like, her whole energy is gonna piss me the fuck off. So I'm like, we just gonna call it quits. We're gonna separate or whatever the case may be. But I continue texting my homegirl. And I told her, like, it's really her. So I was just like, it's the $46. It's the immaturity. It's wanting to text her man knowing my phone was on 5%. Why the fuck would I use my last bit of battery on your man? Then he blowing on my phone and my man phone. Her pulling her underwear down in front of my man. Losing her key card. Not having fun. That's too much. Her whole aura just pisses me off. She just blows my mood. Like I said, you're better than me. I was leaving bitches in the hotel room if I didn't spend all this money to be limited. Fuck out of here. Like, I didn't come to this hotel to be limited because somebody didn't have money. Because I've been having mad fun since I've been here. Yes, me and you had a little bit of confusion, but that had nothing to do with me and you. It had everything to do with your homegirl. Because, like I said, me and my homegirl, we talk it out. We locked in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell her how it is and what's up. And I knew she read our text messages, and that's exactly why I sent that shit again. Your homegirl's the problem, not you. Tell her. And I was like, I don't like her, and she can read it. She could read this again. Since you want to go through people's phones and shit like that. So, day 4 of Cabo, this is our last day. And I'm, like, trying to convince my homegirl to just leave that girl in the room. Like, come jet skiing with us. Come to dinner with us. You know what I mean? Like, she'll be fine by herself for a couple hours. Like, go find some new friends. It's not that deep. You want to be broke and be on the resort? Go ahead. They got free food. It's all inclusive. They got free drinks. She will be okay. But my friend is just, like, so big on, like, she doesn't want to, you know, leave her by herself. And I'm trying to tell a girl, misery loves company. Like, why? If she was a real friend, she would have told you, go have fun. Go have your birthday dinner. I don't have fun. So I'm going to stay here. That's what I'm saying. Like, she wasn't a real friend for not communicating. She didn't have no money with you. Like, me and my best friend, I make way more money than her. And I'm not saying that to flex or anything, but it's like our version of half and half. I would never tell her, like, oh, the hotel is $2,000. You put $1,000, I put $1,000. Because that's not half and half, knowing how much money we both make. If I make a certain amount and she only makes a certain amount, then I'm going to put down $1,200 and she's going to put down $800, if you know what I mean. That's 50-50. You know what I mean? But that's because we communicate with each other. Stop bringing random bitches on these trips out the country, out the state, whatever the case may be. And you barely know these bitches. You need to know their occupation. You need to know what their bank accounts be looking like. Like, I knew this girl was a bum from dinner when she shorted me my money. Like, there's certain things you need to know about people before you take them out the country. Y'all be so, like, I feel like people be so quick to want to show off that they're outside with a big group. Big group starts problems. The more people you have around you, the more things you got to worry about. And people don't understand that. I'd rather have one solid friend than a whole bunch of snakes around me, bro. And I peep shit so fast. Like, you cannot do no grimy shit to me because I pay attention to a lot of shit. Everybody be like, Kalia, why you so serious? Why you look mean? I promise you, nobody ever fucks around with me. Nobody plays with me because I pay attention. And I'm going to fucking figure that shit out before you even try to play it. Baby, I invented the game. You can't play the game. I made it. But I had a great time in Cabo because me and my man did everything I wanted to do.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all my part of the story because since y'all asking, and I have worked in like a few hours. So let me just do this fast. I just got out the shower. So it was my birthday trip, right? We planned this about December. We paid in January, right? So I'll let everyone know, have funds. We pay for it already in January. I'll pay for it early, so just because you can have extra funds, you pay for it too early. My birthday is March 15th. So, the dinner come right before we went to the flight. I didn't know that Nutella ain't have no money. I honestly didn't know that. You feel me? I didn't know. I didn't know she even shirted Kalia. So, I'm finding that out days later. So, I'm thinking everything will be fine. I'm paying for Ubers and stuff like that because I just don't be worrying about stuff like that. So, now, I honestly didn't enjoy my birthday. I honestly want to do it over. Like, I honestly did not enjoy my birthday, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was so upset because it's like I came out here for a good time. And it's like I felt like I was just in the middle of everybody. Like, because I wanted to be cordial with everybody. I don't want nobody to feel no way. Like, and I'm a good person. So it's like I didn't want to treat her no different types of way because she is a cool person, though. Like, I didn't want to treat her wrong because she don't have the money because it was a point I was there in life. You feel me? Everyone gonna get there. You know, their time to shine. So I didn't want to, like, judge. So it was like I was there at a point, so I'm like, all right, you know, cool. But it was like at some point I was just like, I'm not enjoying my birthday because I really can't do what I want to do because you don't have the funds, you understand? And it was like, now what I do? Do I leave her in the room? No, I don't want to. Kalia's having, feel me out, but doing her thing. I want to have fun too, but it's like I don't want to leave her because at the end of the day, we're in the same room. It was just too much. Like, I was paying for cabs. It was just like, I was just so drained because it was like, is this my birthday or no? Like, it's not even my birthday. Like, and then when Kalia did not want to sit here and go up to my boat party, I was upset because it's like, girl, it's my birthday, and you know already the situation we're going through. Like, just comes to my birthday boat ride, and I wound up paying extra $150 because Kalia wasn't at the boat ride and she booked it off her phone. So I was just so, like, upset and drained. Like, I literally wanted to go home because this was my first girl trip and I wanted it to go a certain way, and it did not go as planned. Like, I did not know my girl trip was going to be how everybody else be talking about it on the internet. And I didn't think I was going to experience that for real. Like, I thought it was just a cap, but I actually experienced it in real life. And I was just like, yo, I just want to go home. Like, I barely ate on the trip, y'all. Literally, I ate breakfast and that's it. Like, I was just so drained. I was just so tired. I just wanted to have fun. I did not eat. Luckily, I found, like, I met some people and we wound up going to a club. They wound up getting bottles for me. Like, men. You know, I met a group of men. For me, like, you know what I mean. And, like, it was just, like, I was just so drained. Like, I just did not enjoy my birthday, and I honestly want to do it all over again. Like, I just felt like I was just so drained. I didn't want to make her feel left out, and Kalia, I didn't want her to feel a certain way, so I'm just trying to be cordial both of them, and they both not talk to each other. So it was like, now I'm in the middle, stuck. What do I do? Well, like, it's like, Kalia saying this, she's saying this, Kalia being distant because of her, and it's like, all right, what the fuck? Like, it was just so much. I was just so over it.
And it was just like, I was just drinking because it's like, what if I didn't have the money? That was my main thing. Like, what if I didn't have the money? So I had to talk with her at the side, like, yo, bro, you cannot do this no more. Like, I had to talk with her one-to-one, because it's like, at the end of the day, I know people go through stuff, but it's like, you should always have at least 600, at least come up with 600, 700, at least. I don't care what you got. You better stack all of them little chump change to the side. Do what you got to do. At least, like, it was just like, bro, come on, bro. And I was like, you have to call somebody. Like, we need money, bro. I'm not, like, it's like, come on, I have money for myself, but at the end of the day, I have to go home and pay bills. Like, I have my own crib. I have to pay bills. I have to pay this, credit card, this, that. Like, I have stuff I have to do. So it's like, I can't be, you understand? Like, just splurging, and I still gotta go home. And, like, you feel me? Like, I didn't mind. Money is never an issue, but it's like, all right, we knew we was going on a trip. So it was like, no. So, y'all, honestly, I would say my trip was probably like a 5 out of 10. I had fun at the boat ride, though. My phone was broke. I had got my phone fixed because my phone broke at the pool party day 1. I got my phone fixed. So my phone was the only phone surviving. Like, literally my phone. And literally when I got my phone back from the Mexican store in Mexico, my phone turned on, right? But it had no service out of nowhere. My phone is on. So it's like, what y'all did to my phone? So I literally had to get a whole new phone today. Clear screen and everything. Because if y'all look at my other videos, it was like, screen looked funny. My phone was done. So we was literally surviving off my phone, y'all. She had no phone. Phone blinked out. Nothing. So my phone was the only phone. My phone. I was just so over it, y'all. I was still trying to enjoy my time because I was like, all right, I'm not going to let that ruin it. But that had a part to why I didn't enjoy everything. You understand? And then it was like Kalia was being distant, so she was doing her own thing. And it's like, I'm stuck. I feel like I was stuck in the middle because it's like, what do I really do right now? Like, I don't. It's like, I didn't think I was going to actually experience this. But yeah, y'all.
This is the last video I'm about to make about it because I just see like a little bit of confusion in the comments. This girl showed me her bank account. It only had $135 in it the day before our trip to Cabo. I already posted that receipt in the video. She never gave me my $46 back, bro. Everybody keeps saying like, how is she a stripper and she don't got no money? She's not a stripper because she called herself Nutella. Her actual name actually gives grandma. Like, she has a grandma-ass first name. I'm not even gonna hold you. I saw a lot of people saying, oh, was it the girl in the green bathing suit on my highlights in my story? It was not her. The video of you saw me posting in a little group, it was not any of those girls in the group. Did I post her in my highlights? Yes. If y'all really want to be nosy enough, y'all need to go back and listen to the story time again and put 2 and 2 together and really play detective. Because she's dead in my highlights for like a quick 2 seconds. Not even gonna hold you. Some people were saying like, oh, your friend knew she shorted you. Like, your friend probably told her, like, you be the one that be taking up the bill, da-da-da. My friend had no idea she shorted me the bread because the girl texted me privately while we were at dinner. Like, my friend did not know she did not know she shorted me the bread until, like, 2 days into the trip. And that's when I told her, like, I sent the screenshots. I told her, like, yo, that girl deadass shorted me money. And she's broke. Like, she don't have no bread. Everybody was saying, like, oh, did she get her phone fixed? Up to this day, this bitch don't got her phone fixed. You know why? Because she don't have any money. The whole trip to Cabo, she did not get her phone fixed. My friend ended up paying somebody $100. Like, my homegirl paid somebody $100 so somebody can fix her phone. They got her phone to turn on, and her phone had cracks in the back. And they got her shit to work. So I'm pretty sure that girl gave them $100. They would have got her phone to work because her phone didn't have any cracks. A lot of people were saying, how did she get home if she didn't have no money? Well, my friend Little Stinkerbutt picked her up from the airport, and she gonna ask my homegirl, like, oh, is he dropping me home too? Bitch, after everything we done fucking did for you, you want to ride home too? So my friend was just like, bro, you got him out of your own at this point. Go ask him if he could drop you home. So she was just like, oh, can you drop me home? And he ended up dropping her home. But guess what? The bitch didn't even say thank you. Somebody said, oh, why didn't you fight her? Why didn't you fight her? First of all, I never fought in my fucking life. I'm not fighting somebody that's like 165 pounds. I'm 107 soaking wet. Are you dumb? And fighting somebody on my first day of trip, I got my hair done. I paid for that. I paid for my lashes. I paid for my nails. My bread. You think I'm gonna fight somebody and fuck all my shit up the day of my first day of the trip? You're fried. Talking about, oh, fight her because, like, oh, she pulled her underwear down in front of your man. My man don't want that bitch. Like, this man has been obsessed with me for the last 4 years, bro. We broke up and now we talking again. Like, come on. Somebody was like, oh, I would have fought her to get my money back. Bitch, if I really want to get my money back, I'm taking to small claims court. I'm suing your ass for pain and suffering. I got that text message saying you owe me $46. Oh, I'm gonna take your ass to court. I got your first and last name. You forgot you told me that shit while you was drunk, stinker butt. I want the $46 that you showed me during dinner. The money back for my charger you lost. The money back for the key card I had to pay for. All of that shit. I want all of that shit. And then some people were just like, oh, what's her boyfriend on the trip? Like, why didn't he give her money? Her boyfriend was not on the trip. That's not what I said. She kept trying to use everybody's phone to call her boyfriend. And we're like, bro, you calling your boyfriend so much. You so concerned if this man is making sure you're okay. Tell that man to send you some bread. I said, tell that man to send you some bread. My man said, tell that man to send you some bread. My friend said, tell that man to send you some bread. Tell that man to send you some bread. Hello? He was so fucking concerned why he ain't send you no money. Mind you, she did not apologize to my homegirl at all about not having bread. Not no, I'm sorry. Not no, I'll pay you back. Not no, nothing. All her excuse was, not everybody got money like you. This is why you don't take bitches out the country. And I knew she was kind of fucking slow when we was at dinner. And she was just like, oh, I was like, oh, there's an all-white party. Did you bring a white outfit? She was just like, no, I'm just going to Amazon it when I get there. I said, bitch, what are you talking about? You're gonna Amazon it to Mexico? She said, yeah, I got Prime. I'm like, bitch, are you fried? Because you only drink half your drink. I'm confused. She was like, oh yeah, I did it before. You Amazon some shit to Mexico before? Then 20 minutes into the conversation, she was just like, yeah, she never really been out the country. All she been to for real is Jamaica and Canada. Then how the fuck did you Amazon shit how you Amazon some shit to fucking Mexico, you fucking liar? And then other people were saying like, oh, like, is my homegirl and her still friends? Unfortunately. But like I said, not my friend, not my problem. I hope my homegirl posts her story time. So like the algorithm could put 2 and 2 together. And when she does, y'all all just tell her to cut that bitch off. Because like, she's not listening to me. At the end of the day, like, everybody is not like the same. Like me, like, it doesn't take a lot for me to want to cut you the fuck off. I don't like being played it with in my face. At all. None. My other friend, she's a very understanding person, and she's more of like, I don't know, like, she's very understanding, but she's also one of those girls that's gonna tell you like, well, girl, like, come on, bro, like, what, don't do that shit again, da da da. But I feel like with somebody like that girl that we fucking brought, she doesn't need no, girl, come on, don't do that again. She needs to get cut the fuck off, because like I said, she didn't think about how you felt for her to come to your birthday trip with no bread. So don't fucking sit here and think about her fucking feelings. Let that bitch the fuck go. There's so much other genuine people out in this world. Do not waste your time hanging with a bimbo. I blocked that girl on everything before I even fucking got back to the States. She wasn't gonna fucking notice anyway because she don't got a fucking phone. But with the amount of shares I've been seeing, I'm pretty sure this shit gonna end up on somebody's Twitter, Instagram, whatever the fuck. And she's gonna fucking see it. She's gonna know somebody. Trust me, she gonna know somebody. And everybody like, oh, you not scared, you not scared. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Because there's nothing I said I fucking lied about because I had the receipts for fucking everything in my video. And I asked my homegirl if I could post the situation. I told her, like, I'm not even, like, trying to be on no funny shit, but this is a crazy-ass story. And she agreed, and she watched the videos, and she laughed about it. And if you now find in my fucking page, just know I'm queen of I said what the fuck I said. I'm not taking shit back. I stand on fucking business. And I was never scared of nothing. Never cared. Never did. I say what the fuck I want to say. It is what it is. If you don't want me to talk about you, don't do no dumb shit around me. I wouldn't have to talk about you. And believe we call bitches like her chicken heads. That might have no sense whatsoever. So I never care to argue with you. Fuck out of here. Are you done?
Was a lie.
Wait, who?
I'm gonna tell my story. Kalia. But I'm gonna just play a voice note first, and then y'all gonna just see the rest after. Okay. But
this is a voice note from Kalia?
From Anna.
You have to come on the trip $135 or less than $500. It don't matter, bro. And I told you that to your face. It was never nothing. Nigga, I made a video on TikTok because Kalia made her video and it was getting mixed up. And I told you that yesterday when you came to my crib. I told you. I made a video.
Hold on.
I literally told Kalia when she was wrong. And I told her, like, bro, all that stuff is in the video is not true. She said, oh, well, it's too late. I'm not deleting the video anyway. So what I'm supposed to do? Go fight her to, take the video down? I'm confused. I told her she was wrong, and then she still made one video. So then I made my video stitching it because I had to say my part of the story. And anything I said, I could say to your face. I never said nothing to where I couldn't say to your face. How I felt on the trip, you know how I felt. Yeah, I both knew how I felt on the trip.
So yeah, that's just a little snip of our conversation that we're having. But I'll be posting.
Hold on, before you keep talking, the ones who was on the live, who I see y'all request, but we're gonna put y'all up like after Nutella, so like we could just talk or whatever. Because let's just give Nutella like her time. So why did Anna reply like this? You had asked her like, why she.
I asked her. I was like, why are they like saying like things that never even happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like saying like, you know, prices like $100. Like, why are you saying that? Like, that's not even true. So Anna had to be like, oh yeah, it's not true. She's just making up stories.
So 135 is not true?
No, like I had 135 in my account, right? But that didn't mean I had 135 for the trip. I had my credit cards. My phone broke. So how can I use my credit cards? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot with that. That's why I'm going to put my video out.
Oh, you have your video coming. You have a video.
Yeah, I have a video coming. So that's why.
Is Kalia is not your friend?
Kalia is not my friend.
Anna,
but
you
I
and
knew
Anna are
her
still
prior
friends?
to the dinner.
You didn't meet her prior to the dinner, you said?
I met her like on FaceTime and like through text message 2 months ago before the trip.
Oh, so you didn't just meet at the dinner.
Exactly.
So you and Anna are
And
still
I have my receipts to prove that as well. Because she even invited me out.
The Kalia girl invited you out?
Mm-hmm.
Before the trip?
No, to like Alpha and stuff.
When was this? Before the trip? Like,
yeah, before the trip.
Oh, so y'all was kind of acquainted, basically. But she made it seem like she didn't know the girl, right?
Right.
Before the trip. So you saw all the videos, like you saw everything?
Yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all know more when I post. So y'all should repost and everything.
So that's crazy. Wait,
so
when
yeah.
are you posting?
How when I posting? Yeah. By tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. So you and Anna still friends?
Yeah, we're cool.
You're still cool with her after this? Yeah, well, y'all had your own conversation.
Like, from a distance, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't feel like it could be the same way? Oh, they're sending you so much roses. It's so nice.
But yeah, I'll tell you guys more. Before I get into this, I would like to thank the people that reached out. It really means a lot to me. The first issue I want to address is the dinner. If you look at the screenshot of the bill, you can see that the dinner came out to $724.17. If you split it by 4 people, you get $181. But mind you, this girl had a whole photographer there. He didn't contribute nothing to the bill. He had lemon drops and other types of drinks.
I ain't gonna lie, he heard.
Made a phone call. I was like, you know what I just peeped? Your photographer that came, he didn't put no money on the bill. And I didn't peep that his shit was on the bill until I went back and I looked at the screenshot and I realized like the shot that he took and the drink that came up to like legit the $40-something came from him.
First of all, what I ordered came out to less than $135, but we agreed to split it, so it was fine. So in all reality, I didn't owe the $46. That's really the photographer's part. But we move. The thing that really blew my mind about this whole thing is the fact that the Apple Card, they just randomly take out money. They don't tell you the date they taking it out. If I had thought of it, I would have took out the cash and just brought it to the dinner. The only reason why I even budged to ask Kalia was the fact that she was interacting with me before the trip. She acted like she didn't know me. Like, we never met in person, but we were talking from month in advance. Like, we even had a group chat. I'm a pick me, I'm a yes man, but you invited me out right before the trip. And I dubbed it. I sure did. This little girl even offered to pay for my boat ride.
That freaking girl, me too, and that freaking birthday dinner that she did the day before the trip, like, bitch. Yeah, I got it for me and my ex and Anna because she said she's gonna give me the money back for it next week or whatever the case may be. But she said you were gonna get yours the next day, so I didn't question to see if you wanted me to get yours too, and then you just give me the money back. So if you want me to do that, I can do that today so it doesn't sell out, and then you could just give me the money back during the trip or something.
I dubbed that too. I said I'll pay for it myself, but I'm the broke one. What the screenshot says? Paid and confirmed. But I digress. And yes, I did mention that I was going to order something from Amazon because Amazon is international. They could dash ship it to my hotel with no problem. We get to Mexico and guess what? American Airlines loses my suitcase. I honestly cannot make this up. Like, But did I make it destroy my mood and destroy the day? No, I did not. So we pull up to the hotel. It's mad lit. We see people. We see a lot of people checking in, looking around. We taking pictures. And then we go change money. After we changed money, we went to our rooms. And we didn't waste no time. We just ended up going right to the pool. So we in the pool. We vibing out. We walking around talking to people. And then Angry Bird, Kalia, comes. It looks like she came from the beach and got salt water in her eye because she was very salty. I don't know if her man was looking at other girls or the girls was looking at her man. But she was very salty. But me and Anna, we was lit. I'm going to say way too lit. Like, having the best time of our life, lit. Nah, birthday girl, done. Done. In the midst of me helping her, my phone ended up getting wet. Like, wet. But I wasn't really thinking nothing of it. This is not the first time my phone been in the water and it got wet. It usually works. We got to the room. Our phones are blacked out. Kalia's there in the bathroom trying to fix our phone. She's blow drying it. When I realized what she was doing, I'm like, give me back my phone. No. I'm laying down. I don't feel good. Kalia's still in the bathroom trying to blow dry Anna's phone. Meanwhile, Anna's throwing up in the bathroom. Kalia's man is helping her. My whole thing is, why is he even in the bathroom to begin with? He should have been in the bathroom on a girl's trip. So I go to the bathroom. Kalia's leaving the bathroom. As she's leaving the bathroom, her boyfriend asked me to hold Anna for a little while. So I started holding Anna. I'm holding her, and now I gotta pee. Like, I really need to use the bathroom. Like, I'm about to pee on myself. So I'm like, yo, can you take her out the bathroom so I can use it? He's walking out the bathroom with her. Mind you, his back is turned towards me. He can't even see me. The only person that can see me is Kalia from across the room. She made it seem like her boyfriend was looking at me when it was really her that was looking at me and I was trying to close the door. I think that's what really ticked her off because after that she was tweaking. I'm not gonna lie. My solution to get this phone back was to get rice. So I decided to get rice and food for Anna and I. While I'm leaving now, Kalia gives me her key card. So I'm not gonna lie, when I got to the room, I placed it somewhere. I can admit that I lost the key card. I leave the room now. I go get the food. I try to go back to Kalia's room. I'm banging on the door for mad long. And nobody's answering. You know, it honestly sounded like somebody was up, but they didn't want to answer the door. I'm thinking to myself, like, I could really get hurt. I'm in Mexico.
I should have opened the door for you. We can scratch that too. I should have opened the door for you. You're right. I just told you somebody got fucking drugged.
My room was on a whole different side of the resort. I'm low-key scared. I'm in my bed panicking, waiting for them to come.
3 hours later.
They finally show up. Kalia's looking for her charger and her key card. I'm like, girl, I don't even have your charger. I have a whole iPhone 13 Pro Max. Until I had no idea where the key card was placed. So we're going back and forth about the charger. And Anna's like, oh, she wants to go to the sports bar. So we all left the room. Early in the morning the next day, Anna and I took a taxi to go get our phones fixed. Y'all probably wondering how I was going to get my phone fixed if I didn't have cash and I had all the money on my card. Well, the place had tap. Also, they service us first before we pay, meaning that they will attempt to fix the phone. If it doesn't work, they give you back your phone. If it does, then we pay them. The guy that we went to told us to come back at 4 p.m., so that's after the boat ride. We ended up calling for an update on our phones. They stated that one phone was working and the other wasn't. For some reason, I felt that the one that wasn't working was mine, which it was. I started panicking because all my money was on my phone, and the fact that my phone didn't turn on was just crazy to me.
What I'm confused about is how people are saying I'm a wrong friend, I'm the bad friend, when the whole trip I stayed by her side. I was upset, I was mad, it was my birthday, but I still made sure she was there at the end of the day. Like, I made sure she got a ride home and everything. I made sure she was with me the whole time. I was frustrated. I had to talk with her. Nobody did not sit there and be mad and not have no talk with her. I had a whole talk with her multiple times, more than one time, and told her, like, bro, this is not acceptable. Like, you, for me, we had a whole talk. And it was an agreement. I'm like, bro, just don't do this anymore. I'm just annoyed. Like, I told her I'm annoyed. She knew how I was feeling. Like, I made sure she got home from the airport safe. I made sure. Like, I made sure she was good. Like, when I ate, she ate. I had to pay for all the cabs to get our phone fixed. It was just massive I was doing that y'all trying to say I'm a bad person or a bad friend. I never, bro, I calmly told, like, I'm like, yo, listen, I don't want to leave her. I'm not going to leave her in the room because everybody been there before. Like, everybody could be there. It's like I was not judging her, and I did not leave her aside at the end of the day. And it was my birthday trip. So people trying to say I'm this bad friend. I only made a video because it was a video made, so I had to say my part. And in the first video I made, I calmly said I did not want to leave her in the room because I'm not the type of person. I'm not gonna do that. Like, because if I was that type of person, a bad person y'all trying to make me seem as, I would have left her in the room and had my fun and just not kid. She have no phone, nothing. I had understanding. I'm a very understanding person. But at some point I was getting frustrated because it's like everybody's acting weird. It's my birthday. I'm not having fun. Like, I'm just spinning. I'm not having no fun. I cannot, like, it's like, y'all have to understand where I'm coming from at the end of the day. And I even had a talk with Nutella yesterday. Like, she came to my house to get something. And I had to talk with her. Like, bro, we both know this how I felt. Like, for me, it was like an understanding. I'm not the type of girl that's going to sit here and just post for no reason. I posted because y'all was getting my name mixed up with Nutella. And I had to clarify. Because they was commenting on my videos like, oh, give her money back. I'm like, what is y'all talking about? So I made to clear my ends. Like, I'm confused with why y'all trying to say I'm this bad person. I'm a mean girl. I'm not a mean girl, bro. You can ask any one of my friends I be around. I'm a cool ass, humble ass, fun ass person. I don't ever, bro, I had no problem paying. As y'all see, I was paying for her, right? But it was the point I got frustrated because at the end of the day, it's like my phone broke, your phone broke. It's all right. Who gonna keep paying? Like, it's like, all right, now some of you have to call somebody. Something have to be done because it's like, come on. I'm supposed to be having fun right now. Like, it was a lot of frustration and overwhelming. You understand? Like, all my friends know I have no... What? Yeah, I got you, bro. But I didn't... And one thing, I did not know she came on the trip broke. So I don't know why people going around saying I knew. I didn't even know that she shared it with Kalia until 2 days into the trip. I had no clue. I started figuring out she was broke. And I was like, all right, I'll pay. Like, I wasn't like, what? I was paying for cabs and all that. And I really was not pressed about it. So, please stop trying to make it seem like, you feel me? Like, because in all my videos I made, I never tried to say, oh, Nutella's a broke, try to play with her name. I calmly said I'm not trying to be funny towards her, but it's like, just don't come on a trip if you're broke, and that's understandable. You understand? Like, what if I didn't have the money? What we would have did?
And one thing that I can't speak on is how much money someone needs to bring on a trip, because I've been that broke friend on the girls' trip. I've been that bitch to come with only $100 or $200. Because here's the thing, you think in your mind, okay, the hotel's paid for, the travel's paid for, everything's paid for, and everything is not paid for. Then you take your couple $100 and you're like, okay, if I only spend this much a day, but then hoes want to do extra stuff. They want to go extra places. They want to do extra activities that you did not plan for. But the thing about me is I'm discreet with it. I'm not telling nobody I'm broke. There will be signs, though. I'm sure my friends noticed that I only order water everywhere. I'm sure they noticed I wasn't getting no souvenirs. Y'all trying to go to another club? Okay, well, I'll put the Uber on my card. Y'all cash out me. Because I only got $3 left in my account. But I can overdraft. I can't cash app you my part, but I can overdraft. And I got Chime, so there's no overdraft fees. So that's the thing. If you're going to go on vacation broke, just keep it to yourself. Don't let nobody know, because then they will throw it in your face later on. They will say your broke ass was on vacation and I was paying for you, and you don't want to be that person.
Story time on how my friend left me in Vegas for a pimp. So let's just start with here. First of all, I have to use my eyelash filter because my lashes look a mess. But mind your business. I'm about to put y'all in my business for about 9 minutes. All right, so it was Super Bowl weekend, and my friend hit me like, hey, let's go to Vegas, because we both didn't have no plans. So I was like, okay, I'm down to go to Vegas. Mind you, I was just had a fresh breakup at the time, and I wanted to go outside. So I was like, okay, I'm down. Where we staying, you know, what we got to put together, blah, blah, blah. So my friend was like, oh, well, I got this dude out here that I've been talking to for a minute, and he do Airbnbs, and he got hella Airbnbs, and we can stay in his Airbnb, whatever. And I'm like, oh, he don't want no money for it, nothing, because it's Super Bowl weekend. You know, people were charging like a lot of money to be in Vegas during Super Bowl weekend last year. So we went My bad. So, yeah. So I was like, well, how we getting there? You want to fly? You want to drive? Because it's only like an 8-hour drive. And that's usually what I'm used to when I go like with my family to Vegas. We'll just drive, get a road trip, whatever. It don't really matter. She like, oh, let's drive, whatever. But then I'm like, I ain't taking my car. I ain't about to put the miles on my car just to go to Vegas. No. So I'm like, we could take a rental. So the rentals was hella high around that time. Like, they were hella expensive. So she like, let's just take my car. Mind you, she has a Tesla. So I was just like, a Tesla? That's going to be forever because we got to stop and charge. But then at the same time, I'm like, shit, I ain't trying to take my car. That's the only option. Then we got the Airbnb for free. Mind you, charging a Tesla is only like $14. It's not even that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's just do it. So, boom. Now it's the night before we about to leave. So we trying to figure out what time we about to leave. I'm like, we might as well leave like at 9 o'clock at night because we got to stop and charge, and that's going to be way longer than 8 hours because it's not like getting gas. She like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. So we like 3 hours in on the road, whatever. Yeah. And I'm asking her like questions about the dude, like where you meet this dude at, because we about to be staying at his Airbnb. And my first thing was, he not about to be there, right? Like, we gonna be able to do our thing and, you know, like, what's tea? She like, oh girl, he's not like that at all. He has businesses and he has this and has that, like making it sound like he's a very successful man. So I'm like, period, bitch. You got you one. And that was that. So pretty much that all was cleared up, and we was just talking, gossiping. We about three hours in, like I said, on the road. Next thing the dude called her. So he called her. He like, oh, can you pick up my friend? She like, oh, who's your friend and where is your friend at? Mind you, we're 3 hours like past the bay, whatever. So he like, yeah, he and I think he was in like Manteca or Modesto. It was one of those M areas. So I'm like, we got to drive backwards. Like, we're literally going to drive backwards to go get his friend. So I'm like, do you even know the friend? My friend didn't even know the friend. So at this point, I'm like, so we're about to drive the rest of these hours in the car with a stranger. And a man at that, and we're 2 females. I just wasn't feeling it. So I was like, tell him no. Tell him he has businesses and all this stuff. Why can't he buy his friend a flight? Yet alone, why can't he buy us a flight? But whatever. I was just like, okay, no, we're not getting him. So she's looking at me all crazy, like, and being all like, you know how girls be on the phone like, yeah. But then, like, you know they really don't talk like that. So it's like listening to your friend try to switch it all up for this dude. And it's like, so, yeah. So she's like, hold on, I'm going to call you back to him. And then she says to me, like, you know, I really want to get him because he's already letting us stay at his Airbnb for free and he's not charging us. But me, I'm like, that's your man. If that's your man, why is it a problem? Why are you trying to do some, you scratch my back, I scratch your back type shit? Like, so that threw me off. So, and that's what I was like, I don't get that. If it was my man wouldn't be like that. Like, it would just be like, it's all good. Yet alone, my man wouldn't even have one of his partners in the car with us, especially a partner I don't even know. Like, that's weird. So she was just like, yeah, well, it's my car. And she started trying to pull that it's my car shit. So I'm like, all right, okay. So she ended up going back to go get the friend. Mind you, I'm pissed off. I just go to sleep because I'm like, whatever. So when I wake up, I think I was asleep for probably about like 2 hours. So when I wake up, the car is parked. So I'm looking around. Mind you, it's dark outside. It had to be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So I'm looking around. I don't know where we at. And her car is off. So I go on my maps and I see I think Manteca or Modesto, but we like parked in some apartments. So I'm looking, and from the rearview mirror, the driver rearview mirror, I see her like upstairs in the apartments, and she's carrying all this man's stuff. And I'm like, but I'm in the car, she's up there with him. So they coming back to the car. Well, she's coming back to the car by herself. Mind you, she got so much stuff stacked up on like in her arms as she's trying to walk downstairs. Mind you, my friend was only like 4'11". Everything she was carrying had to be bigger than her. So I'm in the car looking like bonded and all. Like, she like, oh my God, he has so much stuff. And I'm like, and you're carrying all his stuff? Like, that's not even your man. You helping this dude and you doing him a favor. Like, that's not even your man. She like, oh my God, you're being so mean. Irritating. So I'm just like, whatever. So he comes to the car right after her and he's like, oh, somebody's stuff got to get moved. Mind you, I have a big suitcase because I pack heavy. I need at least like 5 outfits for a 2-day trip, and I gotta have all my hair supplies. At the time I had to weave, so I need all my stuff. And I had a suitcase. My suitcase basically took up the whole back of the trunk of the Tesla, because y'all know Tesla trunks is hella small. And then her frunk, whatever it's called, the front of the truck, whatever, her stuff was in there. So his stuff, this man had a suitcase too, so he was moving on some female shit already. Like, he had a suitcase, he had like 5 pair of shoes, all that. So I'm like, damn. But I'm also like, my stuff better not get touched before I start tripping up in here, like, period, point blank. So then when he was just like, oh, whose suitcases? I said, it's mine, and it better not get touched. He was like, oh, okay. And he's like, oh, she feisty. So now it's like he started trying to like talk to me maybe in a way. So my friend texted me and she like, be nice. So I'm like, no, not being nice, no. Okay, so now dude in the car, whatever, he in the back seat, I'm in the passenger, she in the driver. So she's driving, she's like, oh my god, I'm so tired, da, da, da. But mind you, me and her already had everything established, like, you know, you drive a couple hours and I'm gonna drive a couple hours. But now I feel like everything has changed, because he has to drive. He's the man in the car, he needs to drive, period, point blank. So I go to sleep. So when I woke back up, it was morning. I remember it was daylight around that time. So the dude was driving now. So I look and I'm like, oh shit, okay, he driving. But he like driving her car, like dogging her car out, like speeding hella fast, slamming on the brakes. So come to find out, he was doing all that just to try to get my attention, to wake me up, because he was like, I need to drive and stuff like that, and he didn't have nothing to do with our plan. So I'm assuming she must have told him about our plan when I was asleep. I don't know. I was knocked out, and I had my AirPods on full blast, noise cancellation. So then I'm looking at him, because he's slamming on the brakes hella hard to where we're like that. So I'm like, can you drive? Like, are you okay? Mind you, attitude on stank. He like, well, you need to drive. You need to drive. So I'm just like, no, you're fine. You're the man. You can drive. You're perfectly fine. So he's just like, I'm so tired. Da, 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 all these excuses. And she in the backseat just looking like, not saying nothing. So it got to the point where me and him like kind of start going back and forth, because he keeps slamming on the brakes. And he's just like, well, you can drive then. But I'm like, no, I'm not driving. Like, I'm not doing that. So he pulled over. And he just like, I'm not driving this car. I'm not driving. And it's just like, it's giving very bitchy, if you ask me, because you just whole got picked up. Mind you, my friend was just like, oh, my man is paying for my charging, so we don't even gotta go have him charging or nothing like that. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So I'm just like, I'm sitting in this passenger seat, and nobody better not say shit to me, period. So we end up getting to the charging station, and we're charging, and we all fall asleep. So we fell asleep for hella long. I think we was asleep for like 2 hours at the charging station, which was crazy. So then my friend, like, she gonna drive her car, and I'm just like, shit, about time, because you have to let this man fuck your car up. So she driving hella dumb, driving hella slow. Speed limit was like, I think 75 on the highway we was on, and she going like 55. Like, they both hella irritated. So mind you, I brought my Benadryl, so I took me a Benadryl, went right back to sleep. But it got to the point to where I couldn't go to sleep anymore after a certain amount of time. So now I just kind of got my eyes closed, but I'm listening to what they're saying, and he just like, why your friend act like that? Like, why is she so mean? And my friend just like, I don't know, she really didn't want to pick you up. So now she's saying all that, but my eyes is closed, because I'm also like, I want to see what else is she gonna tell him, because she was just talking off the side of her neck to him. So basically, yeah, like I said, I had my eyes closed. I really wasn't asleep. My eyes was just closed, and I was like listening. So he like, yeah, why your friend act like that? And she was like, oh, she really didn't want to come get you, yada yada yada. So I'm just like, oh, this bitch spilling the beans. So I'm trying to see what else she gonna tell him. And she's just like, yeah, she really didn't want to come get you, yada, yada, yada. He's like, oh, well, that's her fault. Like, you know, they talking hella shit, but they not really like, they're talking shit, but they're not talking shit. But my eyes is closed, but I'm wide awake. Yeah, so that was pretty much that. So it just ended up getting quiet. He's still doing that bullshit, like slamming on the brakes and doing all that weird shit. So let me skip a little bit. Okay, so hours go by. So him and her is like switching off. And then I think now it's like an hour away from Vegas. And that's when you have to charge again. So we charge in like right where the little ice cream thing is. If you ever took a road trip to Vegas, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we charge right there. So with me being funny and me being the person that I am, I'm like, oh, I could drive because now it's an hour. So I get in the driver's seat. I ask my friend to send me the location of where we're going. My friend's like, oh, well, I need to ask my man for the location where we're going. So I'm like, what do you mean you got to ask him for the location of where we're going? We just been in the car for 12 hours. Fuck is you talking about? You don't have the location of where we're going. She like, oh my God, I'm about to get it, da-da-da. But she's making it seem like I'm just like some angry black female, you know, because sidebar, my friend's not black. Not saying that that means anything or anything like that, but she's not black. So it's like, but the guy is black. So she started trying to call the dude. As she's trying to call the dude, he's not answering the phone. She called at least 3 times. He's not answering the phone. So then that's when I look at him and I'm like, can you call your friend? Because now we've been in the car with each other for 12 hours. So yes, he's a stranger, but we have been in the car with this man for 12 hours. And clear as day, he's a bitch. So can you call your friend? So when he called his friend, the friend answers the phone. The friend like, what's up with my dog? Mind you, my friend literally just called like 0.2 seconds ago. He wasn't answering the phone, but he answered the phone for him. So now I'm giving my friend the death stare in the rearview mirror while she's in the back seat. Cause now the way that the everything is set up, it's me in the driver's seat, he's in the passenger seat, and she's in the back seat. Because he was like, I'm not sitting in the back seat. When I got in the driver's seat, I told her to sit in the front. He like, I'm not getting back there because y'all don't know how to keep y'all seats up. So he on some sassy shit. My friend was like, it's okay, I'm not tripping. Even though I'm like, so yeah, he like, yeah, they basically saying they got an Airbnb. But the way he was saying it was like, yeah, they saying they got an Airbnb. Like, you know, not like, oh, send me your location for me, whatever, just so we could drop this fool off. So that was my main thing, dropping him off and getting to our destination. But the way he was talking was like, yeah, they saying they got an Airbnb. So I'm just kind of like peeping the scenery, like trying to figure out what's going on. So my friend like in the back seat, and he's on FaceTime with the dude. So my friend like get in the back and was like, you're not answering my call. Why you not answering my call? And he was just like, oh, I didn't see it. But you see your partner call. So it was just kind of weird. So I'm just like, man, where's the location? So she like just put in Vegas. So once we get in Vegas, passing up like all like the hotels and stuff like that, my friend sent me a location where to drive to. So I put in the location. We get to the location. It's like some ghetto ass apartments, like some Section A low income apartments. Like nothing against Section A or low income apartments, but those apartments was like ghetto ass apartments, like ghetto. Mind you, it was like those things like sitting in front of like the air. It was crazy. So we get there. I'm like, I hope we're not staying here because this is not it at all. She's like, no, we're just meeting him over here. But I'm like, why we don't meet him at the Airbnb? So he like, so the friend is looking now like Airbnb. So, but I could see it in his face that he's confused, but he's trying to figure out what's going on. But he's not asking no questions. He's just kind of like looking. And then my friend like kind of like trying to sell me a dream low key. Like, oh, no, it's not this one. He's just going to meet us here. Then he's going to we're going to follow behind him. We're going to blah, 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 whatever. Sorry, y'all, I can't talk. I'm trying to. So, boom, the dude pull up. The dude that my friend is talking to, he pulls up. My friend in the back seat. The dude is in the passenger seat. So, dude get out the car, go over to the friend, his friend, whatever, which is the dude that has the Airbnb, the successful man. So, they're talking and whatever. So, I'm looking at my friend like, why aren't you about to go up to your dude and be like, hey, babe, like, you know, go up to him, give him a kiss, a hug. You know, when you haven't saw your man, you just been on the road for 12 hours to come see this man. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Go jump on your man, right? She's like, oh, I don't want to interrupt. But that's, I don't know. I just know I don't give a flying rat's. Whoever's talking to my man. When I see my man, I'm going up to him. Period. And that shouldn't be a problem. So he ended up coming over to the car and he's like, damn, you ain't gonna speak to me, to her. So now I'm looking like, and it's supposed to be your man. So once I see the dude's face, I remember she showed me this dude before. Not to mention this friend, like, she travels quite often. So she had just went to Tulum with some of her other friends that I don't know, don't care for. I don't know them. So she just went to Tulum with them, and she told me she met a dude in Tulum, whatever. This literally had to be like 3 weeks prior to this trip that we're on now. So I remember his face. So I'm looking, I'm like, so they're talking, and when she come back to the car, it's just me and her inside the car because the two dudes are still talking. So I was like, is this the dude that you met a couple weeks ago in Tulum? And she was just like, huh? Like playing stupid. And I'm like, you literally just met this dude. And she was just like, no, I mean, we be talking every day and stuff like that, but you literally just met him. You just met him when you went to Tulum like 3 weeks ago. She was like, yeah, but she was like, they slept with each other in Tulum. They had a good time in Tulum, and she wanted to link with him again. So I instantly just lose my shit on her, especially because it's me and her in the car. And, you know, I don't want to argue. I'm not about to argue with her when it's two dudes that we clearly don't know these dudes. I'm not about to argue with her like that in front of them where they're going to see. So I'm like, I'm being calm, but I'm also going off on her because I'm just like, why the fuck would you bring me out here on a trip like this? And it's like you playing in my face. Really, you just want to come out here to spend time with the dude. And you could have kept it real and gave me the opportunity to be like, yeah, I'm going to come with you and I'm going to support you during this time or whatever, versus telling me some bullshit. So now I'm asking her, like, is the Airbnb shit really true? Like, what's tea? Like, let me know what's real right now because now you got me fucked up. So then that's when she told me, like, he really don't got no Airbnb and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh my God. So now that makes me start going on my Instagram. Well, first of all, I went on Priceline, so looking at hotels. Hotels was like at least $900 for 2 nights. I wasn't about to pay no $900 for 2 nights. And that was for like Motel 6, like cheap ass hotels. And I never stayed in a motel ever. But the way the prices was for the hotels, because it was literally Super Bowl weekend, the Super Bowl was in Vegas at this time, it was crazy high. So then I started looking at like some of my friends' story, like my friends that I actually know, that I actually grew up with and stuff like that. I saw they were actually in Vegas. So I'm like hitting them up like, hey, what time y'all gonna be in Vegas? Da-da-da. I'm with my friend, my stupid ass friend. Yeah, like, do y'all got space at y'all Airbnb or in y'all hotel? Whatever, we'll drop on it. Putting it like that. And I'm telling her, like, I'm not staying with these niggas. She like, well, I came out here to see him, but, you know, like, we could still do our thing, but that wasn't the whole purpose of our trip. So I'm just kind of, like, thrown off. Not even kind of. I'm hella thrown off, honestly. So that's when dude come back over to the car, and he's like, oh, y'all ready? Like, y'all ready to go to my spot, whatever? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were going to your house. I don't really feel comfortable going to your house. And I just told him straight up, like, I don't know you. We just picked up your friend. I don't know him, and I don't feel comfortable with that. And he was just like, honey, he started trying to like talk all professional to me. You know how like they try to switch it up? He was like, honey, I am a business owner. I got this going on. I have that going on. I have an 8-bedroom house. Like he started trying to like pop his shit on me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I'm like, you know, I don't feel comfortable. I don't give a fuck if you were a fucking billionaire. I don't feel comfortable. And I just let him know. And he was just like, you don't have nothing to worry about. Like anybody gonna touch you? Start saying stuff like that. So I'm just like, so it's kind of like me and him kind of like, it's kind of like tension. And then I guess I made him feel some type of way because what I was saying, but that's real shit. I did not feel comfortable, period, point blank. So my friend just like, let me talk to my friend real quick. And she was just like, we can just go over there and then like, we can get ready, whatever, to go about our day when we go to one of my friends' Airbnb or hotels or whatever. So I'm like, I guess that's okay because I haven't changed my clothes since 9 o'clock the night before. So we might as well go over there so I could change my clothes, freshen up, and get ready to go to one of my friends' hotels or Airbnbs. So we get to the dude's house. The house was a big house. It was like I think it was like a 6-bedroom, 4-bath. It was a pretty big house. And it was like in a gated area. So when we get to the house, he's like, oh, hold on real quick. So we're waiting outside. The friend goes inside. The dude goes inside. And it's just me and my friend waiting in the car. And he's like, hold on real quick. So they go in the house. So I'm like, that's weird. And I'm like, you know what? I honestly could wait. I really could wait. I don't even want to change my clothes. Like, I could wait. My friend's like, no, just come on. Like, we're just going to wait. And da-da-da. And she was like, and I want to take a shower really bad. Like, I don't want to keep the same clothes I had on since last night. So I'm like, all right. Not to mention, I do have my mace. Because I will mace somebody. I have my mace. Just because, like, situations like this, which I never thought I would be in. So, yeah, he come back to the car, and he's like, oh, y'all can come up, whatever. So the friend come, the one who rode with us down there, now he's trying to be all like in my good graces, and he's like, oh, I could bring your stuff up. And I'm like, nah, it's okay. I got my own stuff. I can bring it up. So he just like, no, I insist I bring it up. So he grabs my stuff, he brings it up the stairs and blah, blah, blah. But I'm still outside. They all go in, but I'm like trying to see where I'm at because, man, I'm trying to share my locations with my friends that's coming to Vegas already. So they know, like, you know, and they kind of already got the glimpse of what's going on because I really didn't go into detail on the phone with them with everything. But I just told them, like, I'm on a wild one right now. And my other friends are not slow. So they know what's up. So boom, I go inside the house. I go inside the house. The house was nice. My friend is all up on the dude, like all in his face, trying to kiss on him and do all that. The other dude is like rolling up, typical NIGGA stuff. Yeah, so I'm like, I have to use the bathroom. So I go upstairs. Upstairs is where the rooms are at. So as I'm going upstairs, I'm like looking and I'm like opening up doors because I'm trying to figure out where the bathroom is. So I'm looking in each room and I noticed like one room had like a Chanel bag. It had heels in there and it just looked like a female's room, an adult female. So I'm like, oh, okay, so somebody's room here or somebody's in this room. And then I go over to another room and it's like, red bottoms. It was like a Louis bag in there and it was like more female stuff. So I go over to the next room. The next room had more female stuff in it and it kind of gave like escort ish, like that's what it gave. So I'm looking, I'm like, as I'm like going through the rooms, like you can kind of see from downstairs to upstairs, like what someone's doing upstairs. So he like, what you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where the bathroom is, even though I'm really being nosy. I'm trying to figure out where the bathroom is. And he like, the bathroom is the other way. So I'm like, okay. But I noticed I was getting closer to the master bedroom because that's where the French doors was. And I was like, But I'm assuming that was his room. And that's probably why he was like, what you doing? So yeah. So at that point, I go to the bathroom. But when I come out of the bathroom, I'm trying to call my friend's name from upstairs. I'm telling her to come upstairs so I can show her like it's females that probably live here. Like their stuff is here. It looked like females live here. Not necessarily saying like this is their room because it doesn't have like pictures and stuff on the wall. It's just you could see like little like duffel bags and stuff like that with heels, makeup, clothes, purses, all that in each room. And it's like expensive stuff. It's luxury. She's like ignoring me. So I'm calling her name. She's like, hold on. But she's downstairs. But the way she's saying is like, hold on. Like as if I'm bothering her. So then that's when I said, bitch, come upstairs. Damn. And then she came upstairs. So when she came upstairs, that's when I'm trying to show her. And she was just like, girl, it's nothing. Like, that's probably his sister's stuff. But I'm like, I thought this was his house. Is it his family house or what? And then she was just like, she said something. I forgot what she said. 'Cause again, this happened a year ago. So y'all kind of late to the party. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, it just didn't make sense. So I'm like, well, I'm about to take my shower. And after that, we're leaving. And then she was just like, oh, well, okay. So I take my shower and I'm getting ready to leave and stuff. So I'm packing my stuff back up and I literally shower, put my shit back inside my suitcase, like do what I have to do. Now it's her turn to do that. So while she's getting dressed, I'm still in the bathroom with her because I'm doing my hair and she's in the shower. Tell me why the dude just come bust inside the bathroom. So I instantly was just like, whoa, privacy. Like, no, that's what we're not doing. So I closed the door and locked the door. Well, the door was already locked. So I think he like popped the lock and he just opened the door. So I don't know. Or I don't know. It's his house. I don't fucking know. So that was that. She got out the shower and I'm like, we need help bringing our stuff down the stairs, whatever. And then the friend was like, okay, I'm gonna help y'all, whatever. So at that point, that's when the friend brings my stuff downstairs and he like put it in the garage or whatever. And then my friend needed help flat ironing her hair. So I'm like, okay, so I flat ironed the back of her hair or whatever and curled it and stuff. And then yeah, after that, we get inside her car because now we about to leave. And then the dude come that she's talking to, and he comes and he's like, oh, my friend gonna have to ride with y'all again because I got some business moves to make. And I'm like, that's your friend. Like, no, your friend needs to ride with you to make your business move. Like, we don't even know him. Like, no. And then my friend like, no, it's okay. It's good. It's fine. He can ride with us. So I'm just like what? So I'm instantly getting hella irritated because I'm like, the fuck? So I'm like, I'm hungry. I want to get food. Like, I do not want to ride with no dude I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be on no stranger danger shit. Like, I don't want to deal with that. So my friend was basically like, can I just like chill out and stuff like that? But I'm really just like over it at this point. So fast forward, we get to the restaurant, went to this little sushi bar in Vegas because Vegas is supposed to have some good ass sushi. So when we get to the sushi bar, I'm sitting on one side, my friend's sitting on the other side. Why the dude try to come sit by me? Yeah, that's when I get up and I sit on the other side with my friend because no. So then the dude that she's talking to ended up coming back to that restaurant that we're at. And he comes with like 2 other dudes. So now it's a total of me, her, the weirdo, and the other weirdo, and 2 more weirdos. So now it's a total of what? 3 dudes, and it's me and her. So just getting more irritating. So I'm trying to hit my friends up to see like when they coming out here while we're at the restaurant because I'm just over it. Like I didn't even eat my food no more. Like I was just over it. And then the other dudes that they're with, like, it looked like they're like, what's up? Like, trying to talk. Like, you know, like, girls, if you know what I mean when you could tell when somebody on some weird shit. Like, what's up? And then me, I'm like, hi. And I'm looking at my phone like, when is my friends coming out here? Like, when's my other friends coming out here? My other friends said they're not getting out to Vegas until 8 o'clock at night. So that means I have to deal with this shit until 8 o'clock. So then I ended up seeing that my cousin was out in Vegas. So when I saw my cousin was in Vegas, I was like, where you at? And I saw he was in Vegas. And he like, oh, I'm on the strip, whatever. I'm like, where you staying at? He said he got 2 rooms. He said he got 1 room for him and his female or whatever. And then the other room he just got because he thought his partners was coming, but they never ended up coming. So I was like, man, I'll pay you for that room right now. Like, he was just like, nah, it's good. You can stay in that room, whatever. So I'm like, don't gotta tell me twice. So I'm like, yeah, like when you gonna, like, when can I meet up with you? He like, oh, I gotta bust a move, whatever, because he does illegal activities. I gotta bust a move, whatever. I'm gonna call you when I'm done with it. So I'm like, man, so now I'm really on like standby. So then that's when I start like looking up little boutiques for me to go to and stuff. And I start looking like, where can I go to get the fuck away from them? But at the same time, I didn't want to be a weirdo friend and leave my friend with, 4-3 niggas. I didn't want to leave her just by herself with all those dudes. So I was just like, man. And I have my mace. She don't have mace. So, and at the same time, like, we are with strangers, but they haven't really did nothing at this point in time to make me feel any kind of way where I have to use my mace, if that makes sense. So I'm just like talking to her like, hey, I want to go to this boutique, whatever. So I ended up doing like what I wanted to do with the tag-alongs. So now it's just me, her, and the friend that rode with us out from Modesto or Manteca, one of those areas. Her dude with the other 2 dudes, they end up leaving because they said they have more business moves to make. So as we're doing what I want to do, the friend is like catching the attitude like, why are we doing this? I don't want to do that. No one said they wanted you to come. So you should have went with your friends. I don't even get why you're still with us. Your mans just went with 2 other dudes to go handle business moves. Why are you not going? Why are you still with us? So now I'm kind of just like thrown off because I'm like, what's really going on? But I know my friend isn't going to keep it real with me and tell me nothing. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like, and I'm still trying to be like cool because I don't want to leave my friend. So at that point, that's when my cousin hit me like, it's good. I can meet you right now. Like, it's been like a couple hours. I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock now. And I'm like, okay, it's good. So meet up with my cousin. My cousin gives me the room key. So I'm like, yeah, like, I got my room key and then it's 2 beds. So she can stay there too if she want to. So I told her like, yeah, like, let's bring our stuff up inside the room. Why we check the trunk and why none of our shit is in there? So now I instantly lose my shit because where the fuck is my shit? And I start going off on the friend because the friend said he was putting our stuff inside the trunk and her stuff inside the trunk as well. So I'm like, what the fuck? And he was just like, oh, I forgot to put the stuff in the trunk. But the way he said it was just like, so that's when I'm like, okay, call that dude so we can go get our stuff. Period. Call him. We need to get our shit. Like, I need to get my shit at this point. She's like, well, I don't see why we gotta leave anyway. Like, they're actually really cool and da-da-da-da. You could stay at this. I don't even, all that friend shit, I don't give a fuck. You could stay, but I need my shit and I'm going to this hotel. Period, point blank. I'm not about to do this. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with nobody. Period. Not to mention, I got my Montclair in there. I have my jewelry. Like, I had all my stuff in my bag. So that's what really had me, like, even more tripped out. So they're calling him. Well, she's calling him. He's not answering her call. He been not answering her call. So he called. He was just like, I forgot to put a little of my stuff in the trunk. So, dude, like, oh, she gotta wait for that. What do you mean I have to wait to get my shit? What do you mean I have to wait to get my shit? So now I'm in the car going off, and he like, I hope that's not her talking like that in the background. Oh, baby, it's me talking like that in the background. Give me my stuff. I want my shit. So he's like, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you won't get shit talking to me like that. So, y'all, I lost my shit, and I'm like, I'm going to this man's house. So I go to the dude's house. No one's there. The friends start trying to be on some, what are you about to do? All that. Then my friend, this whole time, my friend has not said nothing. Nothing. Not to her man, not to this dude. It's just me. So then that's when the friend like, oh, I'm about to have somebody come get me. So he not getting back to the car with us. So now I'm really like, I'm lost. I'm lost because the dude's not answering her call. My shit is in his house. Not to mention, my shit is in his house. And I can't get my shit. So the friend ended up leaving from us after that. He ended up getting a ride with someone. I don't know if he caught an Uber. I don't know what the fuck the nigga did. But he did something and he left. And that was just me and her. So now I lit her ass up. I tore that bitch a new asshole. And I just told her, like, bitch, don't ever put me in no shit like this. Bitch, you will never get opportunity to put me in no shit like this. Like, this is not cool. This is not real bitch shit. Like, you could have kept it so real with me and just been like, I want to go fuck with this nigga that I just met in Tulum. And I want to kick it with him on some other ass shit besides in Tulum. And giving me the opportunity to say yes or no. Period, point blank. I just kept going back to that because it's like, now you're putting me in a fucked up ass position. So I called my cousin because I know my cousin is with that and he's not about to play. So I called my cousin like, it's this nigga that got my luggage and he's not trying to gain my luggage and I got hella shit in my luggage and I need my luggage. My cousin with that. My cousin like, what I need to do. So my friend like, no. She's screaming and shit on the phone, like just being hella extra. Like you would have thought somebody just got bow right in front of her, like, you know? So I'm like, hold on. And I'm looking at her and she like, please don't do this. So I'm like, bro, what are you and this nigga got going on for you to be acting so dumb? Like you acting hella stupid. Like what's up with you? So then that's when she come out and tell me like, he's a pimp. I'm like, is he your pimp? Like what the fuck you got me on? Like what's going on? Like, cause it seemed like the nigga, like he got some type of spell on your dumb ass or something. So she like, no, it's not that. It's just I really like him. And he said he's going to change his ways for me. And he gave her that pimp talk. He gave her the pimp talk for her to give in to whatever. So with me being the person that I am, I'm letting her know that man told you a bunch of lies. He sold you a bunch of dreams. None of that stuff he said to you was real. He says that to every bitch that he's dealing with. And that's why he got so many hoes. And now it makes sense with all the heels and all the shit I saw up in there. All that shit makes sense to me now. So she's like, no, he's not. He said he doesn't look at me that way and yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, girl, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I need my bag. I don't give a fuck what this nigga done told you. I don't give a fuck what dream that he sold you and you bought for 20 cents. I don't give a fuck. I just need my shit. So then it got to the point where I started saying like, I'm about to bust his windows out. If I don't get my shit, I'm going to bust the windows. So then she called the friend. And the friend was like, the garage is locked. So if I bust the window, I'm not even going to be able to get my stuff because the garage is locked. And where the door is locked from the inside. So I'm just like, hey, I guess I'll bust the window to see if that's true. So at that point, that's when I'm just like, I'm in Vegas. I really don't want to go to jail for nothing like that. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't go to jail for nothing like that because it's my stuff. I can't. So after she called dude go off on her on the phone when he finally answers the phone after she called. I think she called like 15 times, but he didn't answer. So he answered the phone and he's like, what the fuck you want, bitch? But he just go off on her and he was just like, your friend ain't getting shit. And that's what he said, like, I'm not getting my bags back or nothing. And he was just like, do what I gotta do. So, baby, you thought I wasn't? I got me a rock, bow, bust the window. Didn't give a fuck. Got my luggage out that fucking garage. The garage wasn't locked. I went and got my shit out of the garage. Period, point blank. So then after that, my friend's crying and stuff. And she's like, oh my God, you're so extra. Like, you just did so much. And da-da-da-da. Girl, shut the fuck up and drop me off. So now I got my shit. Her shit's still up in there because she said that she was staying and she was like she didn't want to deal with that, what I had going on. That's cool. I got my stuff. Drop me off at the hotel. Period. So when she dropped me off at the hotel, with me being the person that I am, still being caring, I'm like, you know, you're more than welcome to come here. I have a whole extra room here. I mean, extra bed here. You're more than welcome to come here. You don't have to stay with him. And she was just like, no, I'm going to stay. But she's not even looking at me. She's driving her car and she's like, no, I'm going to stay where I said I was going to stay. Like that, like on some, I don't know what that was. I was just like, okay. So then at that point, I get to my hotel. I'm in the hotel, comfortable. I call her, check on her, and she's like, he won't talk to me because you bust the window. And I'm just like, girl, come to this room. And she like, no, I'm not coming there. I'm gonna figure out where he's at. So, okay, that's on you. So I go by my night and I go do my own thing. So I end up linking with my other friends out there. First of all, I went to go to Javier's. Javier's is A1 good. I went to Javier's and I ate there. Then I ended up linking with my other friends in the Bay. I'm going to just say some fake names. My friend Sam, and Sam had another friend with her named Jade. These are fake names. I'm not going to say anyone's name. And mind you, these are my friends. Like, I've been knowing them. So I hit them up like, hey, what y'all about to do tonight? They said they about to go to Dre's. I'm like, okay, it's good. I'm like, I probably can come too, just depending on how I'm feeling, because I just went through hella shit this morning. So they like, oh no, we're going to come meet you. Where you at? I'm like, I'm at Javier's, but don't come here yet because right now I'm on my me time. Like, I just went through so much shit. I don't want to be around nobody for real. Like, I really want to just have some time to myself and regroup back with myself right now because I didn't have to bust a nigga window to get my luggage, all type of shit. So they still meet me anyway. So when they come to Javier's, mind you, I'm drinking, I'm eating my food. I didn't really eat my food, actually. I think I only had one bite of my food, but they're waiting for me at the bar. But Javier's is so packed in Vegas. If y'all been, you know. So I'm like, don't come here. I'll just meet y'all at the bar because I'm not trying to stop what I got going on to go over there. Like, I'll meet y'all when I'm done. So Sam is hella blowing my phone up, texting me like, when are you going to be done? Da-da-da. But mind you, I already told her from the jump, you don't have to meet me right now. Like, I'll meet you later. And she still was on that, no, I want to go to Dre's right now. And she was saying she got family members at Dre's that got sections and all the shit. So I'm just like, okay, but I'm not ready to go. I still got to go home and change. I mean, go to my room and change and all type of shit. So I'm not even ready to go. Sam was so adamant about getting to Dre's. So then I'm just like, you know what? I ended my meal, ended my self-care time, my me time to go tend to Sam and Jade. I don't even know Jade. That's Sam's friend. So just FYI. So then I ended up paying for us to get a lift to go to my hotel, for all three of us to go to my hotel so I could change my clothes real quick. And I also let them know like this, everything I just been through. And they're like, damn, bitch, like you just went through hella shit. And I'm like, girl, that's what I'm saying. That's why I needed that time to myself. I get to my hotel. I'm changing my clothes. And Sam is so adamant about going to Drake because I guess her family has a section there or whatever. So I'm like, okay, but I'm really kind of like hesitant about going out. And that's what I was also telling her. Like, I really don't know if I want to go out because everything I just been through today. Like, I literally just broke into a nigga house today. Like, but they're like, girl, you in Vegas. Like, turn up. So I'm like, you right. So what happened after that? I think it's happened a year ago, y'all. Bear with me. So, so Dre's was like about a 15-minute walk from my hotel to there. So then that's when Sam was like, I'm just buy us an Uber to go to Dre's, whatever. And I'm like, okay, should I just buy last Uber? So okay. So we get to Dre's. The line was crazy, like crazy, because I think the baddies was there, David Haney was there. It was cracking. And then after that, it was just cracking there. Like the line was crazy. Like they wasn't letting nobody else in. That's what they were saying. Like they're over capacity. So Sam is like basically blaming me because I had to go back to the room and change my clothes and stuff. But mind you, I had already told Sam from the beginning, like, you don't even have to come meet me for real. Like, I can meet you when I'm ready. So that was kind of irritating, but I was just like, whatever. In the midst of that, yeah, that's when I call old girl who I came out there with because we're supposed to be leaving the next day. So I call her and I'm like, what time we leaving tomorrow so I could be ready, whatever. And she's like, honestly, I just think that you did too much and I don't really want to be around you. And I'm like, what? So I'm thrown off. So then she's like, yeah, I just feel like you made this whole trip about yourself and you just talked about how you feel and your uncomfortability and so on and so forth. And I just think that you made everything about yourself. So I'm like, baby, you whole played me to come out here on this trip with you to go see a man that's not even your man. Then you lied and said that he had an Airbnb. Then you lied, like you, everything was a lie. Like you told me a fucking lie. So what? And this whole time I've been out here, I have not kicked it with you not one time. I called her and asked her to come out. She said, "Oh, I'm about to be with my man." So it's good. Like, like you was on some weirdo shit. So then she was just like, and I'm not leaving tomorrow because I want to spend more time with my man. So at that point, that's when I said, oh, he must be about to pimp your ass out. That's what he's about to do. So at that point, that's when she was like, oh, you can figure out how you're going to get back home. So I'm like, no, we came here together and we're leaving together. Period, point blank. So, bitch, you need to come get me in the morning and we're going to be on our way. She was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm like, so you want me to buy a flight to go back home? Because if I got to buy a flight to go back home, I'm beating your ass. And then she was like, you won't even see me. Let's be real. Mind you, I would see her. I know where she's working on. I will. But I got too much shit to lose to be doing that type of shit. So at that point, mind you, I'm still in Dre's. Sam is still complaining about not getting in Dre's, and I'm having to deal with the friend that I came out here with on some bullshit. So I'm looking at the flights. The flights were like $1,200, and that was a one way from Vegas to the Bay, Oakland, Sacramento, San Francisco, 1,200 minimum. In the midst of that, my cousin calls me and he calls me. He's like, I just got shot. I just got shot. So I guess he got into a shootout on the strip. So I'm like, bro, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And then he's like, you gotta hurry up and get out that hotel. Make sure you don't got nothing inside the hotel because my thing got caught. They got my thing and my ID and everything. So and I'm basically on the run. So I'm like, and he like, and the hotel was in my name. So now I'm telling Sam, like, oh, I gotta go back to that room and get all my stuff out of there. And Sam's like, now everything's about you. We can't go to Dre's. We can't even go to Inferno. And da, 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 da. And I'm just like, oh my God. She's so pressed about trying to go out. So at that point, that's when I'm like, girl, bye. I can't. I got too much going on. Then I'm having to deal with the Central Ho bitch now not trying to go back home and not to get my flight, like too much going on. Then my cousin just got shot, and I'm trying to see if he's okay to make sure he's okay. Like, and then he just got out of prison. So I end up going back to the room. When I go back to the room, I take everything. I take all my stuff out of there. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't never want to come to Vegas again, ever. So then I end up having to buy me a flight, $1,200 exactly. Got my flight, and then I went to the airport to see if I could check in. They said I couldn't check in because it was too early. So now I'm like, oh my God, not to mention I have to buy me an Uber from my hotel to take me to the airport. And they said it was too early for me to check in. So I'm like, oh my God. So my flight was like, I think it was like a 24-hour thing. So I really had to like be in my it was like a 12-hour, it was something crazy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just wait in this hotel. I mean, not hotel, let me wait in the airport. So I'm waiting in the airport. Mind you, I got on my heels and all my go out clothes with my luggage looking crazy. And I waited in the airport until it was time for me to check in. And that's when I went back home. And yeah, spent $1,200 on a flight, one way flight from Vegas to San Francisco. Then I have to spend 170, I think it was like 170 or $180 for an Uber to get me home. So, more of the story is get more information from your friends when you're going on a girls trip with them. Um, like you need 100% detail on what you're doing. And oh, let me go back. Me and Sam, we no longer talk anymore because Sam feels like I left her in Vegas. Um, Mind you, I didn't even come out there to Vegas with her, but she feels like I left her in Vegas and that she couldn't enjoy her night because I made the night about me. So we're no longer friends no more. I'm also no longer friends with the girl that brought me out to Vegas. Actually, when I see her, I really want to just slap the shit out of her, but so much to lose. I got too much to lose to be doing all that. And then thank God I had the money to get me out of that situation that I was in. And my cousin is okay. Um, he's okay. He's back in prison, but he's okay. But as for that, moral of the story is with girls trips, do your homework before you go out of town with these bitches.
Where you get money for food?
What do you mean? My bank account.
So where was this money this whole trip?
What are you talking about?
You had me pay for your bags, all of your bags. That's your other bag right there. Where, like, you ain't put in for nothing. You didn't pay for no Ubers.
I didn't even put in this trip.
I invited you on a trip, but that means bring your own money.
Well, you didn't say that.
Like, you over here, you could buy that meal, but you couldn't pay for no Ubers.
It was $18.
We couldn't even do the excursions because you talk about you didn't have no money.
You planned a trip for us, and then you expect me to pay?
It don't matter. At the end of the day, you don't have your own money. Like, I'm confused. Why would you even want me to?
It's clear that I do.
Why would you want me to fly you out and you don't have your own money anyway?
You literally paid the trip.
Oh, you trying to whisper because is people around? That's what you trying to do?
No, because you're trying to embarrass me.
I mean, yeah, I'm putting this out there. Nobody should travel with you. Y'all watching this? Do not travel with her. She don't have no money to travel. Period. All of these bags is 50 plus, and this one was overweight.
Bro, you literally invited me.
It doesn't matter if I invited you. I told you about the trip. I sent you the itinerary. I told you the price of everything and what it was gonna pay.
I didn't think the price mattered.
You didn't pay anything.
You big baller.
Yeah, I am big baller. You're right. I am big baller. Right. But that don't mean nothing. You got on Balenciaga slides, but you couldn't pay for nothing on the trip.
I had money.
So why you didn't spend none of your money? Why you had us sitting in the we was sitting in the hotel?
So why are you like small stuff? I don't give a fuck. I'm not. Listen, do you hear me? Everybody know what they bought. They need to come and pay for their shit. Do you feel me? Bro, all my
So I'm never traveling with this girl again. So we didn't get to experience one thing. We were here for 5 days and literally she didn't pay for one drink, one thing of food, one activity. Nothing happened, but she wants to buy like what is this? What type of bag is this?
You said $100.
She wants to buy like designer bags and designer glasses and stuff, but she didn't pay for one thing the whole trip. But why would you not pay for one thing?
For not having money is crazy to me.
And she stole my clothes. I'm done. No, you should have never came out here. You should have never came. Why would you even come? Why would you even come? We didn't do anything. We did nothing.
Okay, but how's that my fault?
Because you're broke.
But as a friend, I'm not.
Why are you broke? Why are you broke?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why are you broke? You got a chain on. You got a chain on.
But you could have looked out for me though. Okay, but you could have helped me, like, and then I would have paid you back.
But literally, you've been eating off my money the whole trip though. Like,
because aren't we friends though?
Yo,
so I'm wrong.
This is the worst person to travel with. Anybody knows this person? Do not travel with her.
Why?
Do not travel with her.
I didn't even do anything.
Do not travel with her.
Nah, for real. You think I'm finna fly you out and not get no pussy? Are you crazy? You can stay right here. I told you that. I'm a creep. I'm a creep.
Give me an Uber. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Baby, you have to get on a flight. Uber, we're back to the hotel. We're in Puerto Rico right now. So if you're not finna give it up, you can stay right here. I'm not getting your flight.
Give it up in the airport?
I mean, we could go get a little motel real quick. We could go in a porta potty. We could go somewhere.
But you couldn't get an extra day.
In a bathroom. I didn't get an extra day because you was acting funny since you got here, acting like you ain't wanna. You feel me? But now all of a sudden you on your period. Now all of a sudden you on your period. So what you gonna do? Let me know right now.
To get home, for real?
No, seriously, I'm not buying. I bought a one-way trip for both of us. Now you need to find your way back. Or
This is against the law.
this is against the law?
Yeah, this is prostitution.
What? Prostitution? How? How? I'm sex trafficking you? That's what you call that?
That's exactly
No. It's your flight? What are you leaving for though? Like we got 2 more days. You couldn't just wait for the next flight?
No.
It's not that. I wasn't cheating. She literally asked me a question and then she asked me for my number so she can get location. Is that a problem? She asked for a location.
You can go with that.
Like you doing extra, you drive. Okay, well, listen, baby, please. I don't want to mess up the trip. I don't want to mess up my vacation trip.
Oh, you don't want to mess up the trip.
Because it's not that serious. Just wait. Just sit down and talk to me. Like you.
What do you want to talk about?
I literally told you it wasn't like that.
I have a plan of cash.
Why would you book your flight?
I heard you the 17th time you said it.
Okay, listen. I will pay you back for the missed flight. Can you just stay here for the last 2 nights?
You disgust me. I don't even want to look at you. No.
Okay, explain to me why do I disgust you? I didn't do nothing. I understand you don't want me to give out my number to no other female, but I told you it's only for location.
What the fuck does that mean, location?
She wanted a location.
A location to
the spot she was trying to go to. Like what are you not understanding?
I understand.
Bro, you're not gonna leave. Can you just please stay, please? Just all right. I'm sorry.
I understand you.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna show you how sorry you're about to be.
Yes, first of all, your suitcase not even like. Why you?
Don't worry about me.
You're doing too much. That was extra to book a whole. You spent $600 on a flight. Well, you could have just waited for your trip. Like, make it make sense. Is it ever that serious?
It is.
For what though?
Like
I didn't cheat. Stop saying.
So why did you lie about it at first?
Because I knew you were gonna be acting like. Okay. You feel me?
Let me show you.
I don't got time for that. It's not that. Okay, let me see this. Listen, I'm not gonna. Okay, well, I'll be standing right in front of the door.
I don't want to have to hit you.
You're not gonna put your hands on me. I'm telling you, you're gonna miss that flight. Baby, please just give me one more chance. It wasn't like, it wasn't nothing like that.
Move.
Baby, it wasn't nothing like that. Give me another chance. Come on. Please. Please. I said I'm sorry.
I'm about to call security.
And I literally, you're gonna call security for what?
I am. Because you're not letting me leave.
You're not leaving. You're not gonna leave me here by myself. We're on vacation. Like, this is a beautiful, what is you doing? Why would you, don't call front desk. That's doing too. Don't call front desk, bro. Just sit down. Relax, sit down. Sit down, you're doing too much. Listen to me, you're doing too much. You're gonna regret this in a few hours. It's not that serious. I literally told you what I was doing, and I said I'm sorry. I gave her my number for the location. Cool. Well, not cool, but just understand me. It was nothing like that. And I'm pretty sure you know that. It's not even my speed. So is you gonna stay here and I'll give you the $600 back?
Yeah. I'll stay here.
All right, take your stuff off.
I got it.
I love you.
You got it?
All you can do is laugh.
Literally.
Because what? What?
Go to the store. It's okay, we'll figure out what's damaged and then. Okay, so we gotta get new skincare.
Airy bikini! I'm about to tweak.
Have the snail mucin.
Yes.
Maybe those cars they drive when they do stuff.
Child, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you leave your comment down in the comment section, your opinion. Let us know what you think about this whole situation. It was definitely a wild ride. And another thing I want to say is thank you so much. We're in the road to 10K. I'm literally a couple of subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. I can't even imagine this, but I want to say this. Thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting me, everyone who watches, subscribes, literally is just faithful, loyal. I'll be seeing y'all. I see y'all in the comment section. I see y'all in the likes, and I appreciate y'all. Without further ado, I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure y'all turn your post notifications on so you have fast dibs every time. So without further ado, y'all stay blessed. I will see y'all. Bye.
Hey Zuma, you taking off?